we need to have this conversation, and make you feel welcome, because all it takes is one time, and you will never go to.
Everyone that comes in is coming in equal. No one is better than the other. This is not a popularity contest. I was driving home one day and I asked God, I said, why is it so hard for me to make friends or connect with people?
Mama does things that you don't even think about. So shout out to my mama, shout out to my wife, and shout out to Brittnee and every other mother out there, because
truth in the air, let it speak.
I don't get naps.
I try to. Are you naturally just don't get naps? Well,
I be tired. I be wanting one, but I be like, if I take this nap, it's not gonna be a nap. I'm gonna be sleep.
That's the space I'm in. I will typically try to take a nap, but I'm so in my head, get up, do this, get up. So it's I'm really just laying down with my eyes closed.
You be like this.
I know I'll close my eyes, but it feels like a 30-minute nap, but it's probably been 10. So
I laid down and jumped up oh snap, I'm late. It's the next day. It's the next morning. 7 minutes.
Right. Yep, I've done that before.
7 minutes. But the 7 minutes be so good.
And then, but you waking up in a panic, so now you all
right. Jitters all bad, nerves all bad. Right. You be like, oh, babe, how you let me sleep that long?
Too. Yes, that's more my husband than anything. I'll be like, okay, I'm up. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm up.
Yes. So just letting the brain not rest and always having to, this cycle of life, basically. Always going. I live in that every day now. Every day.
Yes.
And with the kids too. So.
Yeah. A kid in college, 2 in middle school, 1 getting ready to go to high school. And it's they're so spread out now. And then my oldest son, he's enrolled in early college.
Wow.
Going to the 9th grade. So when he graduates, he will have a high school diploma and an associate's.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
And he's wanting to play football, but I think he's kind of dialing back and looking more into being an agent somewhere. Okay. Or being a part of the NCAA or whatever space he wants to be in.
Okay.
Because I told him, I say, the thing with this, I say, you don't have to be on the field to be in the NFL.
That's true. I think a lot of kids miss that. Yeah, they miss that.
Yeah. So, trying to figure out where he wants to be.
Have you ever seen this show, Apple TV, called Swagger? It's similar to LeBron's movie that he had when he his friends, but it's these, I want to say it's been a while, 4 or 5 kids. They come from I think some of them come from different backgrounds, but for the most part poor. And there was one of the boys on the team, very ambitious, but he's the shortest player, right? And when they went to this school, this newer school, private school, the whole concept behind one of the coaches, this older white guy, was tie your shoes. And I was like, what does this mean? I'm watching it, what does this mean? But he basically was wait your turn and always be prepared. And what I learned before I even had my son, it's I feel when you're on a team, you're not always going to be the key player on the team, but you still have a role. Right. Sometimes that role is on the court and sometimes it's off the court. So when you said that, you can be in the NFL, you don't have to always be playing the sport, but your knowledge about it, because you did play, you have that experience, can go far, right?
Yes.
So I love that you're teaching him that.
Yeah. And then my baby boy, he wants to be a professional streamer. I'm fighting that one. I'm fighting it.
Yeah.
Not him being a professional streamer. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
This kid has great personality.
Oh,
He's his daddy's son. As Shamar would say if he was here, he is definitely his daddy's son.
That's
He's
awesome.
Just goofy.
That's great.
Jokes all day.
That's perfect. We need laughter.
He
Laughter
has
sells.
this. He's got what they call dramatic irony or dry irony. Like he says something not trying to be funny, and it is funny.
Right.
And I'm trying to discipline you. I'm not supposed to be laughing at what you just said.
Yeah.
So then it's like, get out.
Right. And then you laugh.
And then I had to laugh, let it out. And my wife is like, I don't even know why you try. I'm like, I have to. I mean, I still got to raise a boy to be a man. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like, I can't even have the conversation. You got to go finish the conversation.
Yeah.
Because she won't crack like I will. I think a lot of things are funny. I smile a lot.
I do.
I laugh at a lot.
I do.
I've been through a lot.
Right.
So I should.
Right. I agree. I'm always like, I see my daughters, even my baby. Everybody's so silly. Like we are like a silly family. We laugh, we joke, we like, so it is very hard to be serious. But when I'm serious, I'm not playing. So
yeah. And my daughter, she's a daddy's girl.
Oh.
So everybody's like, you just so lenient. You harder on them boys. I'm like, I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody gonna say nothing to my baby girl except for me. I ain't gonna whoop you, but we're gonna fight. So
yeah, I think that's natural. Men are hard on their boys. I can already see like with my husband, he's like, he'll be like, oh, wait until. I'm like, he's only 5 months. Like, actually 5 months today. So I'm like, what do you mean? But he like preparing himself. With the girls, I'm pretty much that. He is too. But it's more on me because they're watching every little thing that I do. So,
yeah, when it comes to these boys becoming men,
oh yeah,
my kids are not growing up in an environment like what I did, and it shows. These kids leave the blinds open at night with all the lights.
Oh no,
they leave my front door wide open. 11 o'clock at night and everybody's upstairs. What are you doing? They don't know about that life.
No, I get it. Yeah.
And a lot of times I'm like, it's a good thing, but at the same time, I'm like, we always close the door.
Yes, close them blinds too.
Close them blinds.
As soon as they can see the light from out, turn them blinds. Yeah. Lock the doors.
Right.
My husband probably was a little bit more lenient than I am because he like, but I'm like, nah, same. Like, lock the doors.
Quickly.
Yes. Right after I just got up. The door was open. He was like, the door was not open. I was like, it was unlocked. So it was open for me. Like, anybody could just walk up in here. Mind you, our backyard is like locked. No one can really get in the back, but still, I don't take any chances. Yeah. So I'm quite sure I get that from the women in my family, and my dad is super paranoid. So, yeah, it's really bad. So I know that I have that in me. So my husband's like, you're always paranoid about every little thing. But I get you. Like, they're in a completely different environment than what I'm used to. Like, I wouldn't say I grew up in a hood adjacent. Like, it was like 2 blocks over from everywhere. Or if I did live... my grandma, both of my grandmas did. So it's just more of like protecting yourself versus my kids. It's like they living in what I would consider the suburbs, you know? And I'm like, this is not what I'm used to. It's like they're living a completely different life than what my husband and I were raised in. So, yeah.
Both my grandmothers were off of West Boulevard after Chicken Coop. So
you're from Charlotte?
Yes.
Awesome. I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Born and raised.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
So I have so many questions. I always want to see pictures of how Charlotte was before.
Ooh.
Because I'm from Ohio, so it's
Ohio. Yes.
So yeah, I'm happy to hear that you're actually from Charlotte.
Born and raised, one of the few. Yeah, rare breed.
It is. You're probably like number 22 that I've met and I've been here for like 14 years.
Oh.
Almost 14 years.
Oh. Well, you're a Southerner now.
Oh, yeah. I said once it hits 10, I'm from here.
Yeah. This is where you are.
It's funny because I'll meet people that moved here right before COVID or during COVID. And just how I'm like, oh, this used to be here. This was how this was. And I'm like, I'm not even really truly from here, but just to see how much change has occurred since moving here is wild.
Yeah. Eastern Mall, Hannaford's, Winn-Dixie, Freedom Mall.
See, I wasn't here for all of that. But I think when I moved here, Freedom Mall had just been knocked down. Not Freedom, is it Eastland? What is it?
Might be Eastland.
Yeah, Eastland Mall was just knocked down. So, yeah, because
Fun times.
even North Lake has changed.
Yes.
When I'm like, they had like more high-end stores a little bit here and there. I was like, oh, this is nice. It's right down the street. Hey. And then it changed.
Yeah.
It changed real quick.
Welcome to Charlotte.
Yes, welcome to
where
Charlotte.
things are liable to change.
That's true. All the time. All the time.
Yeah. So listen. I gotta pull back.
Yes, let's do it.
So welcome back to another episode of Creative Roots Podcast, where seeds sown become visions grown. I am your host, Tay. And Mike is behind the camera today. I forgot to give him his mic. So Mike probably not going to do a lot of talking today anyway. Listen, I want to give a shout out to Allen Lux Studios, Charlotte Podcast Studio, and Art Box Charlotte. I would like to thank us. Today, we are wrapping up and we are closing out our Mental Health Awareness Month. And this young lady sitting across from me, very, very highly sought and intelligent. Okay. We have been planning this for what?
I feel like 6 months.
Okay. So I was right. 6 months. And the crazy thing is, it aligned.
It did.
With where I originally wanted the episode to be.
Mm-hmm.
Look at God.
Right.
As people say.
Yes.
So listen, this is Brittnee. She is the founder.
Yes. Founder.
And I was about to say founder and owner, but I mean 9 times out of 10, you're both, right?
Right, yes.
Tripping. Don't mind me. She is the founder of Mama's Block, and I'm gonna let her tell y'all all about it because I'm not gonna mess this up.
Yes. So yes, I am Brittnee Isaac, and I am the founder of Mama's Block. Mama's Block is a mom community, ultimately, where we empower moms to prioritize themselves. So making sure that you take the time out for yourself in a kid-free space. That's one of the things that makes us unique. A lot of mom communities are all about, of course, including their children and bringing your kids along. But when I talk to the moms who have been to the events that I've hosted, they're like, no, I don't want the kids around because, you have to be so mindful. And a lot of us do have smaller children. Some have older children as well. But we're very intentional about making those connections. So yeah, we're a mom community. I like to think we're like a vibrant community, more of the let's kick it. I always tie everything to music because I love music. So when you had the music playing, you could have kept it.
Right.
But I tie everything to music. So when I think about Mama's Block, I think about LL Cool J's Around the Way Girl, right? And like the first line, I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pairs. So, she's at the bus stop. Well, we're not at the bus stop anymore, but
Right.
we might be in our car, SUV, in our minivan, and we got 2 car seats or 1 or however in the back. Or we might have some have teenagers or, school age kids. So, or some might be grandparents now. I've seen various phases of motherhood in this space, which has been great because, again, I try to think about things out of the box for this space is this is a community for women in different phases of motherhood. Also in the non-traditional journeys of motherhood. So you might be a bonus mom, you might be an auntie, cousin, sister mom. And if you don't know what that means, I think those who are in those roles understand where I come from, because when you are raising your own biological children or adoption or foster, whatever it may be, or your sibling or your little cousin, we all need that support. We all need that village. So Yeah, that's mama's spot. I will also add too that this is a space where I'm very passionate about supporting mom-owned businesses. Um, I see a lot of people wanting to align with businesses, but I'm very passionate about it because when you have kids in general, whether you're a dad or a mom, it just takes things to a different level. Just because having kids is expensive, especially during our times that we are experiencing now. So when someone is taking the time to start a business, but they don't feel like they're seen or supported, I really like to be a part of kind of like that underdog phase of like, what can I do to help support? And not just be a part of the grand opening, but just like, how can I support you throughout the entire phase of your business where I can, right? Whether it's reposting, getting other folks to trying to create content for you, whatever it may be. I like to be an aid and support that and be out loud with saying, hey, we're supporting these mom-owned businesses. Yeah.
Brittnee said a lot. I had so many follow-up points. And yeah, they gone. Listen.
They'll come back up.
Oh, they will.
Right.
They will. So you say you're supporting these moms with these businesses. I think that's a major key thing because like you said, when you have to juggle children, and if you like my wife, you got to juggle a husband too.
Yes.
Because I tell people I have a Chandra and 3 kids. But people that don't know, Chandra's my wife's name.
Really? I love that.
Yes. I love her so much.
You better.
Chandra, I love you.
He
P.O.P. Hold it down. But, she is slowly off and on with her business stuff. And you got to do that with a spouse, 3 children, 3 different, with these age gaps, and work a day job.
Yes.
And you grinding.
Yes.
And it's like, ain't nobody said nothing. So if y'all need me to help y'all with some promo clips and stuff like that, holla at me. I got you.
Right. Yeah, of course. Like these type of spaces are important. I agree with that. I feel like with every child, I have a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and now a 5-month-old. And I feel like I have started a different venture every child, which is the small timeline. But I get it. I think because I am a mom now, the lens of being a entrepreneur has changed. Before I had kids, I had other businesses as well. But when you're balancing with being a wife, kids, your full-time job, it is a lot. And there are sacrifices that you have to make, whether you're getting up early, staying up late. Sometimes you're so focused on work or business that you might not be in the moment with your children, or your spouse, husband, wife, whatever it may be. So those things take a toll, and then you're trying to balance your mental health as well. You are trying to prioritize yourself and have some sense of self-care. It is a lot on top of, well, what are we eating for dinner, breakfast, lunch? Did you take care of yours? It's just so much. It's a lot. So
yeah, because my baby was always hungry. Shamar, don't you say nothing. Because Shamar, you need to be like, guess because he is daddy's son. So I'm expecting to see him put that down in the comments too.
Right.
But
ahead.
yes, and when my kids come in the room, if I'm editing, and I mean I'm in my groove, I'm locked in, I can feel the hinge loosening, the lock loosening, because subconsciously it's like, you got somebody in the room.
Right.
I'll stop. Son, what's up? You good? Yeah, I'm good. You just came to chill, hang with dad? Yeah, that's all. And I'm like, okay, cool. Just do me a favor. What's that? Turn that phone down. I got to hear this.
Right.
Turn the phone down. I'm good with you sitting.
Right.
And my baby boy, he will sit there
That's good.
for hours. My daughter, she's different. She coming to talk.
Right.
My oldest son, he'll sit there. He'll look. He'll ask questions. Can I have $5? Bye.
Oh, he wants something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave you why he vulnerable right now.
Right.
He trying to get
right.
Smart.
Right.
Very strategic.
Came down here to ask for an add-on for whatever video game he playing. Go ask your mama.
Right.
She
Right.
said, ask you. Well, call one of your grandparents because
I know that's right. That's what they for, right?
yes,
Because they
call
say
them.
yes to everything when they're a grandparent,
Right.
versus when I was their child. So I get
Thanks,
it.
Mom. Yeah.
Yes.
So Mama's Block.
Mhm.
What seed was planted that got you into this building the community?
Yeah. So when I started Mama's Block, I feel like it was out of frustration.
Oh,
It's kind of levels to how I started. So my first Mother's Day, I went back home and my goal was to spend like, I guess more like have this grand Mother's Day with my mom, because the actual day of Mother's Day, I think it was May 8th, I believe. I don't remember.
mhm.
But let's just say it was May 8th, Sunday, May 8th. And my mom's first Mother's Day when she had me landed on the same day. So I drove back to Ohio. I was like, we're going to spend this Mother's Day together. My mom was like, I don't really want to do anything. Like, and I'm like, huh? Like, what do you mean? I traveled out of town. Like, I want this to be grand. My mom was like, I don't want to do anything. So I was
I
like,
drove all the way up here to watch Matlock because that's what my grandma used to watch. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, all right. But I wasn't too upset about it, but it was like, dang, I was really hoping that we do something. But I understood. She's like, I just don't want to go out to a restaurant. It's gonna be packed. And so I said, okay. So then the next year, I just had my second child. So like 4 months prior, if that. And I really was supposed to go out with a friend, and I'm a planner. And especially if I have other people I know that I have dependent on me, thinking like, okay, so I'm like, it's 5:00. My husband's like, they're coming to pick you up. They're going to have this, and that. I'm like, okay. I went out a few days before, got me an outfit, because this is really my first outing after having my second child. So I get ready. It used to be about 5:00. I took off of work. Nothing. I'm like, what time are they going to come? What time is the party bus coming? I'm ready. Oh, well, we ran behind time. I'm checking almost every hour, and it's about 8:00. At this point in time, I'm like, I'm tired. I got to feed my baby. I'm not going. So I'm like, okay. They're like, well, come tomorrow. You can come tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So I was like, I have some place to be the next day, but I'll come after. I'm reaching out still, but it's like me reaching out. It's no return. So I'm like, oh, okay. So from then, I was like, I will never allow someone to dictate how I'm going to dictate, like, explain my Mother's Day. So I'll do something next year. I was like, it would be really nice if I could find some moms. We go to a hotel and we just rest, right? And we have like some activities planned in between. So we stay at a hotel, we go to the restaurant there and just have a good time, have a couple activities planned. And then I just feel like God placed it on my heart, because I kept going back and forth with, should I do this? I have a past of being a part of organizations, and I get so passionate about it. And then something happens along the way and it disappoints me. And then I wipe my hands clean. I'm like, I don't even want to do it anymore. And I think I have been living in that space for so long of trying, because I feel like naturally I am one of those people to start stuff. I'm a connector. I'm a type of person. If it's not something that is something that I don't see, then I can't. But I was resisting it for so long. And I just kept battling it, and God just placed it on my heart. And especially when it came around building a community, because I think since moving to Charlotte, I struggled with meeting new people. I was very complacent with connecting with people that were either a lot of time from my hometown or from my state. Like, we have a huge group of people that we know from Ohio, right? And I noticed that pattern, and I was driving home one day and I asked God, I said, why is it so hard for me to like make friends or connect with people? Because I feel like I'm a nice person. And God was just like, the people that have crossed your path, those weren't the people that are going to be your friends for a lifetime, right? And I felt that, and that was kind of my push to like start this community. This is going to be, if you follow my path, that's what he just said. If you follow my path, I will bring the right people along the way. And honestly, since then, I started the community and I started meeting all these amazing women that I see as becoming like the next phase, my lifetime friends. And, from us being moms to our kids meeting to our husbands connecting, it has just been a great experience for myself. I'm hoping for them as well. I'm quite sure because they say it. But yeah, that's kind of been the start out of frustration, then just having that connection with God. And I always say each one of my children are symbolic to what's supposed to happen next in my life. And I feel like me having my second child, because we were planning to have more kids eventually, but we weren't planning 7 months after I had my first, right? Okay, well, I got pregnant 7 months after. Or we were not prepared for this. So I feel like that's been my second daughter was like my leap of faith, right? Just give it to God, right? And when I prayed to God and asked about these friendships and connections with people, let me take the reins. Like I am in control. And that's where we're at with Mama's Block to this day.
That is very impactful. Out of frustration. It's amazing what can happen when you get mad and take it to God.
Yes.
And I don't think a lot of people understand that.
Yes.
It's one thing to hear it, but it's a different thing to be in that space.
And appreciate it too. It's an emotion.
Yeah.
It's just like being happy. Sometimes tears bring you, great things. Sometimes it just depends. And I tell people a lot of my ideas come out of frustration. Like even with me being kind of taking a step back last year because I was pregnant again. I felt like I was so frustrated, but a lot of my creative juices came along the way on like God was trying to basically sit me back for strategy. This is how you're going to come out the next time around. This is how you're going to focus coming back into this space. You don't have to do all of this. This is a great experience for you to learn. You don't have to do all the things.
Right.
You can do a little bit because when we talk about this mental health, I've started to go to therapy and I am learning what overwhelms me, what makes me anxious. And planning so many events was like, and I'm a huge procrastinator, like, right? So going deep and understanding, why do I procrastinate? What do I like? Everything has been aligned to mental health, but also let's strategize. So it does not impact your mental health going forward.
Yes. So you said something that me and Gara talked about in February. And that thing is last year was like a year for planning for a lot of believers, gearing us to 2026 where now it's time to execute.
Yes.
And to hear that come from multiple people, and we've never had the discussion of, I spent all this time planning, I need to go learn this. I need to go learn that. And then for you to say it, that's why I smile when you said it, because it's like, okay, so there's another person that has been intertwined in this web that God has created. And to sit with other people and have them say the same thing, it's like, okay, like you said, these are connections that are being built in the midst of waiting and planning. And 2026, we're pushing. We're in May.
Crazy, right? What's halfway
and
through
it's
the year?
Like next month is June. We halfway done.
Pretty much.
And like I was saying before we started recording, last year I vlogged all the way up until April. This year I'm releasing something every week since January.
That's awesome.
Because I went back and looked at all the footage that I did record and never put out.
Did you put it out?
It's out.
Perfect.
Yes.
And I think there's power in that too. Like, I have so much content, and I know everyone does. And they're like, because I did that so long ago. No, I'm going to be posting stuff that when I was pregnant because I was, I just didn't have the energy to do it, but it just wasn't the timing. God probably would be like sometimes, you don't have to post it right now. Just collect. collect, and then let it out when it's necessary.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's sometimes a opportunity for you just to document, but it might be for you. It might not be for the world. So I love that you said, I'm just going to put it out there either way, no matter, because we don't know. Only between you and the person that was on this in his chair, they know. But other than that, we don't know.
Yeah.
So I love that.
And well, it's not even the podcast, it's my vlog and stuff. Like I think it's literally, I think the episode is literally called something like I found it, so here we go. And it's just backdated from 2 or 3 different weekends or weeks. And it's just like, oh wow, I forgot about that. You know, that you did record that, didn't you? You know, so it's like when people saw it, it was like, didn't y'all do this? Yeah, we did. I still have other things that I can still backdate, you know. So it's just, I'll get to it when I get to it. So, but let's go a little deeper.
Let's go.
You said that you're in therapy.
Yes.
I don't think the way I see it, a lot of people that I know, we shun therapy. And I think the biggest thing from the way I see people is because we have this negative indication of it. Did I use that word right?
I know what you mean.
Right. It sounds right.
Sure does. I know what you mean.
We have a negative mindset and a negative view that has been posed on us from previous generations because grandma, granddad, you know, great grandma, great granddad, they're always just, we just gonna figure it out. And if we can't figure it out, then, you know, it is what it is. But like you said, I need to know why I'm angry. Why am I always mad? What happened in my life? What scars are etched in my DNA that have me angry? You know, one of my questions, why am I always fighting? Years later, I find out because my mom and my daddy was out there fighting. So it's not, I woke up one day and was like, I'm just going to start busting heads. No, it was embedded.
Wow.
And then you find out my grandparents are fighting.
Wow.
Okay, we got a problem. So then when I see my older two get to that 3 and 5 year old age and they boxing, not even fight, they boxing, I have to kill this generational curse, you know. But
habit, that's what I call it.
Yeah,
we're not cursed, we blessings. So.
Amen. Amen.
We blessings. So I always say habits because this is a habit that was being carried down. That's
it was thick too. I'm like, oh my god,
it was thick.
And I'm like, yeah, I want you coming. To. So what?
No, you say I already see this coming. I know what's happening next. Yeah.
And I know when all 3 of my kids are in a space of mad, upset, and pissed off, I recognize it.
That's good.
You know, and that's because I see me in them and how I was and how I felt in that space.
Right.
So knowing therapy is and has helped you get to a new space, can you give, I guess, just something for people that are teetering? Because we all know somebody that need to go but ain't going.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I just started within the past 2 months.
Okay.
Now, I probably in 2018, I started to go to therapy. 2017, 2018, I went to therapy. And it was timing. I just was like, I don't want to do a homework assignment. But now when my therapist gives me a homework assignment, I'm like, okay, you know, do what I can. I don't put too much pressure on it. But for me, I'll kind of tie it to Mama's Block. Throughout the year and a half at that point, a lot of the moms were very open. Oh, I gotta leave. I gotta go to my therapy appointment. And I'm like, okay. And I would hear this a lot with them. And I'm like, oh, wow, you in therapy? Yeah, you not? No? So it became like, oh, this is great to hear these women are making time to work on themselves. And then I would share things that I was going through and they would be like, girl, you need to go to therapy. I'd be like, okay. You know, like, all right. But then when I was pregnant, I had a lot going on, family. My dad was dealing with some mental health issues and everything that entails. And I think for me, finding a therapist is step one, right? Well, first is the self-awareness to tell yourself, hey, I think I need to go talk to someone, right? But then finding a therapist was scary for me. That everyone kept saying it's like dating, right? I've been with my husband. We've been married for almost 7 years, but we've been knowing each other for, oh my gosh, 16 years, right? So I'm like, we talk about dating. I'm like, I've been out the game for a long time. I got time. I like who I like. That's it.
Right. I'm stuck where I'm at.
Right.
And I'm good.
So that was my thing. And I procrastinate a lot. So just sitting down, and I'm a busybody. So sitting down and trying to find someone, which is not on my top to-do list. So as I'm talking, after I knew I needed to go because I had this rage, this anger in me when I was pregnant. And I didn't like it. And I was like, it's going to impact the baby, right? My baby going to come out mad. And like I said, was just dealing with a lot throughout my pregnancy. And then afterwards, I still noticed I was still upset about a lot of things. And one of my friends had said, it's time for you to go to therapy. She sent me a link to the system that she uses. And then, when you search something on social media or just in your phone, you'll get ads all the time. So then I was able to find another platform, and I signed up, and I went from there. So now that I've been going to therapy, it's been really helpful because I always consider myself a self-aware person, but it was validating to hear my therapist say that, but also,
What's that term you just used?
Self-aware.
Self-aware. That I must be hungry because I heard tough-aware anyway.
I am
That's
too.
why I had to ask.
We both hungry, right?
Right. Tupperware. What kind of person is
Yes, self-aware. So I've always considered myself self-aware, but the therapist, she mentioned it like my very first session. She's like, okay. But even in that, it's been helpful because of how I process things now. One of the things that, like my very first activity in therapy that we worked on is what I can control and what's out of my control.
Say it again.
Right? So that now, when I get overwhelmed, when I get frustrated, when it's other people's problems that I'm up here getting all mad about, what can I control and what can I not control? So I like now that's like something that sticks with me in the back of my mind. Like, okay, like before you start reacting, can you control this? No, I can't. Okay.
I think we had the same therapist, or they studied at the same space.
Right. We'll talk about who yours is. But yeah, she's been amazing in that on what I can and cannot control. Also, instead of always focusing on what has happened to me in a negative sense, what am I grateful for? Right. And what is making me happy now? Focusing on what are my passions and like, okay, what are you going to do? If this is not where you're happy at, then what are you doing to make you happy? So that has been like foundational for me in becoming this, I won't say better person, but more clear-minded person and not focusing on like just being in my head all the time. It's still very new and fresh, but I have seen a lot of changes in how I process things now that I didn't before because I was just so reactive and then also holding things in. Now that I have like my weekly sessions, I look forward to therapy because whatever I went through during the week, I can release it during my session. So that has been helpful as well. So yeah, therapy has been great. And I honestly think we all need to go.
Me too.
My husband has even started going. He started a year ago and it has been transformative for him. And I also had set the expectations when I went into therapy is that just because this is my therapist now, that does not mean that this will be my therapist forever. I think I've heard that a lot. I've read about it a lot of you're going to go through different phases of your life that the one therapist might help you through and then another one might bring something completely out. So I just went in like, we dating, but you're not like, I'm not married to you, right? You're here. Right. I feel like I selected you. I let God take control. He was like, this is it. And it's been great. But I know that eventually I'll go to someone else and they're going to pull other things out of me that I didn't think of before. So
only for a season.
that's pretty much it.
Because when I was in therapy. My end result was like you said. It's 2 questions. Can I control this? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, take control and flush through it. You know, get through it. But if you can't, wash your hands with it and move on.
That's all we
Because
can
there's
do.
no need to force yourself to fix something that you already know you can't fix.
Right.
And that's with anything. But the biggest thing is people, because I'm a people person. And I always tell people my heart is bigger than my wallet right now. Right now, we're going to get them on the same page.
Yes.
You know.
I feel you on that one. Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, you hear somebody going through something, it's like, okay, if I got $200 and I know they got $200, am I going to pay my bills or am I going to pay their bills and wait for them to pay me back? I'm going to go pay my bill because I can't help you. But if I could, I would.
Right.
You know, and
My
if I
intentions are
can,
good, but
yeah.
and then that's another thing too. Your intentions are so good. You want to help everyone, but everyone's intentions that you might be helping might not be the same.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that I've learned in therapy is enablement, right? I always want to help others and be there for others and there's like, you are an enabler. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I did the same thing. Well, where does this come from? Generational, right? So, you know, and then I see it a little bit in my daughters, right? And I'm like, oh, we got to work on this. It's not to say break it, but at the same time, how can I help them
Shape
process?
it.
Yeah, shape it and process. When like, oh, this is what's happening. Let me think about it, right? Figuring out ways to communicate. Can you control it? Can you not? Like some things they have to control, other people have to control. So, yeah, I definitely feel you on that one.
Yeah, my baby boy, he's the one that if he comes, all the kids, now, I don't know if you know, but my house is the house.
All the kids want to come over.
They're always there.
I love it.
The weekends, y'all just played football yesterday. Why y'all at my house playing football again? You do realize that's why I ain't got no grass, right? Because they're always running in between, you know, me and the neighbor's house.
Right. I love that.
I'm like, it's cool if it ain't no grass there, but my baby boy, he comes in the house to get water. He wants to get water for everybody else. Listen, I told y'all to bring a water bottle. We have a fountain in the garage. The like what you have at the office.
Water cooler.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got one.
I love it.
Bring your own cup. That way you don't have water bottles in my yard and y'all not taking, you know, my wife's water bottles or y'all not taking all of my ice. You know, but my baby boy, I'm like, why do you have 6 bottles of water? Oh, because so-and-so and them wanted water. I said, tell them to go home and get them a water bottle.
That's right.
That has been the rule since we've been here. Stop drinking all of my bottled water.
Right. Yeah.
He wants to get an apple. He wants to share it, son.
Groceries cost too much.
Right. Especially for him who wants to eat every 2 hours. Shamar, don't you say nothing.
That's right.
But I'm trying to help shape and mold that.
Yes.
Understand, just because you're thirsty doesn't mean you have to bring water for everybody else. You're thirsty.
Right.
When they get to that point, they'll ask if they can at least have a cup. And I still tell them, go to the water machine.
Right.
You know, but we teach these kids so many things with and without speaking. And for me, we're always teaching. You know, right now, we're teaching our kids how to handle themselves and handle business and do what you said you were going to do according to whatever those rules and regulations are.
Right.
You know, we're teaching them, what's the word? Patience. Oh my God, that's a big one. Teaching them to pick up on social cues. Because sometimes kids can miss it.
Yes.
And then that goes back into them enabling. So I know for me, like you said, I'm having to shape for me, it's not difficult because I can see it. I know it. I recognize it.
Right.
And then after you use certain vocabulary words, you know, because my kids will come to me and say something. I'm like, when did you learn that word? You know, because I grew up reading the dictionary, so I say a lot of words, and
That's
sometimes,
awesome.
like I did earlier, I'm like, did I use that word right? Very cumbersome. I think I used that wrong, but you can check me on it. But so with Mama's Block, with your events, you're slowing down, but we're getting ready to get the ball rolling.
Yes.
You do have something coming up soon. Okay,
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes, June 13th. I'm partnering with a nail artist. Her name is Daisha Golden. Her handle is Beautifully Golden on Instagram. And she's actually my nail artist, right? I love getting my nails done. It has been throughout the years. I think I've been going to her for about 7 years. And it's a way for me to express myself. And she's a mom. We actually were pregnant at the same time with her second, my first. And it's again another way for me to work with a mom-owned business, and we'll be doing like a sip and paint, but for nails, so press-on nails. And I'm super excited about it. We've been pretty much planning it probably for 9 months, but because I was pregnant, I couldn't do anything. I was like tapped out. I could just show up for my family and work. And that was it. So we've been planning it, but it'll be June 13th at Indigo Coffee and Tea in Uptown. I'm looking so forward to it. We haven't released it yet, but by the time you guys see this,
by the time y'all see this, that'll be a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it'll be out there.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is the last Thursday in May.
Okay.
So
yeah, perfect. So it'll be out there.
Yeah.
It'll be.
So go look them up. Go look for it.
Yes. And it'll be it's not just for moms. I always keep it open just for everyone. I think the direction I'm moving more in is a lot more collaboration because I'm learning. I love to plan things, but the day of, I'm just like, can I just be a guest too? Like, I want to see everything that I put together and just enjoy it. So it'll be great. I still be hosting, of course, but I'm looking more for collaborations with other like workshops and just doing stuff, and I have some other things in the work that kind of aligns with that too, but I can't talk about it right now.
Oh, exclusive.
Yeah, I love anticipation. Like, I know everybody wants to get stuff. Oh, I'm so dramatic. I love it. Like, what's next? I don't know.
Like, you must like suspense movies.
I do. Not scary movies, but I do love a suspense. I love oh my God, I don't know. We can't talk about it because it's a TV show. I just finished watching, like, if it's like a crime, like a solving a mystery on who did what. I love those. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Storytelling.
Yes.
I like building the suspense in it to be continued.
Yes. So
that's what I did with my short film. I got a couple calls. Yeah, I put it out 2 weeks ago.
Okay. You have to send me this stuff.
I have to send you all this stuff.
Yeah, send it to me because that's not coming up. I'm like, what? I didn't see this, but yeah. So that's one. And then, like I said, I'm just taking things day by day, month by month. Like I said, a lot of different projects that I'm wanting to work on because in building this space, I spent a lot of money. And with having another child, that changes things.
Yes.
So I have to be more mindful. And though people are like, get sponsorship, get these deals, I'm like, it's a challenge because these corporations are, everyone is starting something and wanting handouts. So I even feel like, and then I am so focused on working with small businesses, but it's hard to ask a small business, can you give me this and this and that when they're trying to make ends meet. So I'm trying to think of a different approach to, brand awareness for those businesses at my events and, because everybody wants something free. But sometimes I just come to the event and what you pay for is what you get. What you get and just enjoy it and be in that. Because I think I'm very intentional about the events that I put out there. I try not to do what other mom communities do. So I see them, I support them. I love to support them more and connect with them because I am the type of person to be like, hey, let's get together. Let's meet. Let's meet for coffee. Let's see how we can support each other.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to do that more because there are more mom spaces that have popped up since I've slowed down. And but if I notice that they have a particular vibe or events that they host, I don't feel like it's necessary for me to host the same type of event personally. So I feel like
Yeah.
we're all saying, well, we're not competing. But then at some point we are if we're doing the same thing. So if I see that they are doing a spa day, I would rather support you and come to your spa day because that's one less spa day I have to plan, right?
Right.
If it's a pool, I did a pool party, but if it is a pool party, I don't have to do it. I know this space is doing it now.
And we all
Cool.
can go there.
We can go there to support because it's nothing like planning all these events and then no one shows up. Because I've had that. My very first event was a Mother's Day event 2 years ago. And I had 60 people RSVP. How many people do you think showed up?
2.
15.
15 for the win.
It was for the win, but I spent a lot of money on 60.
For 60. So my question is, why y'all ain't show up?
Yeah, for real.
And then y'all be mad when we want to charge y'all for a ticket.
And it was free. They got a free drink ticket or 1 or 2 free drink tickets. I had food. I had a DJ. I had it all. I had
So all they had to
giveaways.
do was show up and have a good time. Shame on y'all.
Yeah. And that shook me because I was feeling good. Like, I'm going to have 60 people come. Like, oh my gosh. I had my line sister come. She came down to support me. Like, so for 15 people to come. But you know what that made me realize was those 15 people, for the most part, about 60% of those women I still keep in touch with. There were a few in that bunch that I did not know that are my friends today. I have really good friendships with them. I check in on them. And it also taught me there's nothing wrong with intimate group settings. And that's where I feel like I thrive better in versus a large event. I'm not the outside person. Like, I like to be outside. I'm more of I'm outside, I'm in the cut. Like, I'm watching, I'm kind of like checking the vibe, but I don't have to be in the middle, right?
Right.
So when I had that event and I was pissed off again, being honest, I literally had to realize what was God trying to teach me, right? And that I really feel like that was it. And then when I started doing events and a small group just kept showing up, I was like, I like this. Because one thing, and my moms will tell you this too, is I'm very intentional. If there's a new mom that comes to this space, I know she's probably, and most of them come by themselves. A lot of women do come by themselves. I know how much courage it takes to go into a new space. They don't know anyone. And then for them to sit up there and no one is really welcoming them. They don't feel seen. And I'm like, for my moms who I see all the time, I can talk. I got your number. We meet up all the time or we see each other.
Girl, I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. It's someone here that they came, just like you spent your money and your time, but they need it because they don't know anyone here. And we all know how that feels. And it's been great because even though the women that who are part of the community, they're very intentional about it too. One of my favorite questions they ask when they come into the space or new mom come into space, what's your story? I love that because it's like we're trying to get to know you, but we know you have a story. And in hearing them talk about their stories, they've shared issues, whether it's been with some of the single moms, like how they've been able to grow in that and just be able to move forward. And I've seen them have very, very vulnerable conversations with each other, and they were learning lessons like, hey, I think you should do this, and here's some advice of what I've did in the past. And that has been like beautiful to see amongst them. So, yeah.
And that's kind of what me and Maud were talking about. It's like men don't open up.
Oh, yeah.
So when they do show up to one of his events, like you said, you came here with a purpose, we need to have this conversation,
Yes.
and make you feel welcome because all it takes is one time.
That's all.
And you will never go to any type of event, regardless of who's hosting it.
Right.
Because you've been, in a sense, you've been burned. You have this negative inclination of what these events look like now. And in a sense, it's kind of like how people go to church. You know, you go to
Yes.
church and you don't get seen, you don't get recognized. Nobody's saying anything to you. They're not welcoming. You know, everybody is clicked up in the church and see, that's why I don't go to church type stuff.
Right.
Or I'm never going back to that church. You know,
Yes.
so in that space, yeah, hey girl, hey bro, I'm gonna go holler
Yes.
at the new guy, the new lady, because they need that. I can just see people walking in and they kind of do one of these numbers. They're trying to figure out which group do I belong to, not realizing that this is one group. We might be in sessions where we rotate.
Right.
You know, we talk here and then we all split up. We all have a different number. All the number ones get together. Now one go find a number two, a two find a number three, you know, however it goes. And they might walk in the midst of that and not realize that's what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
But even in the midst of that, we've all been here.
Yeah.
We've all been here. Hey, I understand what we're supposed to be doing. Let's go get bro real quick.
Right. It's like you always hear the phrase "a seat at the table," but my approach is, I hear that, right? It's more of pull up a chair.
Yeah.
Right. It's more of pull up a chair because a lot of people, you want to sit at the table, but it can get overcrowded, and that's fine. But if it does, ask someone if you see them in the back, pull up a table, pull up a chair. I mean, pull up a chair, not a table. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, if we need an extra table, we'll get one.
That too. So I try to be very mindful of that because I can see it in just their body language that it's like no one's talking to me. So then guess what comes out? Their phone.
That cell phone.
And
what else going on today?
Right.
Man,
so as soon as I've seen that, girl, come on. Like, tell me about yourself. Like, what's been going on? Where you from? Are you from here? Like, it's easy conversations. So I try not to be too network type of vibe. It's just come as you are, and then we'll just engage and let it flow natural. I'm not going to be on top of you. Like, as soon as you get there, like, hey, what's your name? Because that can be overwhelming too. But I always say, I'm so happy you talked about this, about your house being everybody wants to come to your house. Like, this is the house. Everyone. That's how I want Mama's Block to feel like. When you enter motherhood or when you think about motherhood and you just need a space to get away and breathe, like I know where I can pull up to. It's not the aesthetic type of I can care less about an aesthetic. It works my nerves. I feel like if you are a vibe, you are the aesthetic, no matter how you show up. You can come cute, laid back, in your sweats and a ponytail, however your hair is. I want people to know they can come and show up as they are. And for us women, I think about it as like, it's easy. You probably seen your mom do this. And when she come home, take a bra off. Like, that's how comfortable I want Mama's Block to be for women because in a lot of spaces, you do have to dress up and be or put on. You don't have to put on in this space because we want to see your true self. And that doesn't mean that your kids have to be around for you to show up. Because I even feel like that's a friend. Like, if you cuss, you probably not going to be, no, depending on some people don't care. But at the same time, if you cuss and you don't want to cuss around your kids, but your kids are there and you want to have a really deep conversation, then you putting on.
You can't be that open.
You can't be that. And I've even told some of my mom this. I intentionally have set it up this way so we can get to know each other as women. We know motherhood is connecting us, but how are we connecting as just women? Right? So let me get to know you because in our conversations and us getting together, I'm understanding your morals, your values, like how you function, how you think, how you talk about your child, and we're learning each other. So now it's like dating. I like you, right? I like you as my friend. Let's get our kids together because I've been in some spaces where our kids connected, but I didn't connect with the mom, right? Because it was like, we're just two different people. We just didn't vibe. Versus when I get to know the moms as just women, now it's like, okay, our kids can be around each other. And then now we're talking about each other to our spouses. Now our spouses, when I'm invited to the birthday party and our spouses see each other, they vibe. And that's literally has happened in a lot of my relationships, my friends. Like, we're friends, our husbands meet each other, and we are like, yeah, they like each other, right? And my husband has had events Shout out to my husband for having these events for not just dads, but men. And he has had like 50 guys come over to our house, and he sets it up like a lounge, and a lot of those, so not a lot of them, but a good number of those men, I wouldn't say half, but probably like a quarter, are some of my friends that I've met husbands or, their spouses. And I think it's been amazing because he's been able to build relationships with them, connect other business owners to say, hey, well, you have this business, y'all should do some stuff together. It's been great because we're not only us women building community with each other based off our connection to motherhood. Now our husbands, our spouses, and so forth, they've been able to connect. So now we're building that village, which I feel like is now becoming more of an ecosystem for us to have for ourselves as women, for the kids, for the husbands, as businesses now, and so forth. So we're trying to build something where, we might not call each other every day, but we know that we have those connections there and those people that we can depend on when we need it, and vice versa.
And that's good. I like how you worded that. The ecosystem.
Yes.
Because when everybody can get along, it's not, girl, you coming, but leave your husband.
Right.
Or, hey, bro, you coming, but hey, I ain't trying to be mean, but you gotta leave your wife at the house.
Right.
Hey, you can't bring them bad kids over here.
Right. Yes.
Because I've had people come to the house and it's worse because it's family and their kids are jumping on my couch. If you don't get off my couch, your mama might not beat you, but guess what?
Right.
I got a belt and I am not afraid to use it.
Right.
You hear me?
And the funny thing you talk about that is we've built that connection with each other as adults, as, I'll say as us as women, where my friends have been like, if you see my child doing something, get on them. Like,
Snatch
hold
'em up.
my kid. Like, because I know when I talked to my mom was like, yeah, lady down the street, because they used to have a party line back in the day, she would say. And everybody on the street shared the phone, right? Basically. So or a phone line or something like that. And she said, if somebody seen me do something down the street, by the time I made it back up to the hill, your grandma knew about it and I was in trouble. Parents held their kids accountable, right? You don't have to hit the child, but like call, like, hey, I know. And there was this understanding that we're looking out for each other's children. Now I feel like, well, don't say nothing about my child. And then parents be going at it at the schools and so forth. But because we got to know each other and we understand each other's heart and how much we love our kids, and we are not just about our kids, it's about all the kids. We're very intentional, like, like if you see, no, correct. Hey, if she's being rude, if he's being rude, excuse me, let's make sure we say this again. Yes, ma'am. Yes, making sure, because we know it takes a village. It's not just on the parents, because a lot of us are not from here. A lot of us don't have grandmas and grandpas here to pass our kids off to. So we have to, depend on each other in helping us raise our kids together. So yeah.
So with that, because that's a good segue, with knowing that some people don't have the grandparents, some people don't even have the parents here.
That too.
Or
parents have passed too.
Yes, that too. So when it comes to Mama's Block and everything that you have going on, how has the support for the greater mission been?
I think because it's been great. I'm grateful for what I do have, right? Because again, I personally believe the women that have come into the space have been so good, right? They've been so good, because I sometimes can be talking to someone that's new and they can still vibe it. I don't have to, I'm there, but I don't have to be there. And I've also met people be like, oh, I became friends with someone. I haven't seen this person in months or almost a year. And they're like, I became friends with this person. And I'm like, okay, you do remember this person? I don't remember, but I remember the face, but I don't remember the name. They're like, yeah, we hang out all the time. I'm like, oh, because I came to your event. So to see that, I think that's been great. Last year, from outside of motherhood, I was able to be a in-kind sponsor for, I don't know if you heard of it, No Man's Land in Charlotte. It is held during March, during Women's History Month, and it's a huge festival really good friends with the owner of that event, and she said, "Hey, motherhood is a part of womanhood. I would like for you to be an in-kind sponsor." And we worked out some things that I could do. So I think I've some spaces I don't because I don't. I personally think because I don't fit the box on like, oh, motherhood always, or these mom communities have to be cutesy, or yeah, why don't you bring your kids? You don't love your child enough. Your child or your children enough to have them around. Like, no, we need a break. Again, we're gonna be real about it. I sometimes need to be away from my kids because I am with them all the time.
Yeah.
So I do need a break for myself, and having these events or attending like events, it is helpful. So because I don't really feel like I fit like the box, or a lot of the times I don't see people reach out to me. I'm always the one to reach out to and initiate that. I know that they're, supportive in their own way, I'm assuming. But I am appreciative of those who I do connect with, because everyone I've connected with, it has felt good. I always say, does it feel good? And if it doesn't, it's not for me. And if it does, it's like, that's my warm and fuzzy. That's why I'm like, okay, this is like a forever partnership for some extent. Like, I know based off the strength of us connecting and, us talking before and seeing what you have going on, it's like, okay, I'm a supporter, right? And I'm just naturally like that. I love to connect, and I'm like, oh, how can I help you, right? Because I
Yeah.
want to see this thrive, and then I'll start getting actually like, hey, that's just naturally me. And just from just like the outside, I mean, I haven't really been as big, of course, as I want to in Charlotte, but I'm still very much new in this space. I'm not an influencer, so I don't have thousands of followers, right?
Me neither.
Right? So because and I'll be honest, it has been a challenge when I'm like, I have been planning events. I'll come up with the strategy, and then the return of investment is low of, hey, engagement, but then someone else who has a huge following, they'll do something, and but I understand just the way of the world too, with popularity and having those connections with people. I literally started from scratch. Like, no one knew me. Like, I'm not out there like that I'm not on the scene, I should say. And I've been okay with learning that and accepting that my journey is different in growing this space. But I know there's people that have been appreciative of it. There's people who haven't been able to attend events, and they're like, I can't wait. When are you coming back? And I'm like, oh, okay. Because I have thought about maybe I shouldn't. There's plenty out there, and I feel like people are more aligned to those who come into community spaces when they already have a huge following, versus I'm like, no, it's okay, because everyone that comes in is coming in equal. No one is better than the other. This is not a popularity contest. So I want to really focus on having authentic relationships, like strip all of that. And I think people who do have followings and influencers, I had one influencer tell me, like, sometimes I don't even want to come to an event and create content. I just want to show up. And I'm like, you guys need that space too. It's here because everybody's coming in equal. Like,
Right.
I'm not
We
putting
right
anyone
here.
on a pedestal because you have numbers associated to your
Right.
your Instagram or social media page. You are human. And are you a good person? That's what's really gonna show up here. And my girls are like, I like this person. This person
Yeah.
cool. Or maybe this not the space.
They
And
gonna
I'm like, I
find
can't
it. They gonna
control who
see it.
comes, right? But they can feel it. And I mean, I just always say they are literally a vibe, right? They're girls. It's very much, we're cheerleaders of what you got going on. It'll even be like, hey, I have a business or I have something going on. Can y'all like it, repost? Like, I'm really trying to increase my engagement. All right, got you, girl. What you need? I've even had a friend, she a mom, a part of the community. She does fitness classes, and she started a new class, but at a new location. And I didn't know how many people were going to show up. And I text probably like 5 or 6 moms and was like, hey, she got this class coming up. Let's surprise her and let's pull up so she can have that support for her first class, and it can be more people than she's expecting. So, yeah, I'm just proud to be able to be appreciative of what I do have and the connections that I am making in this space versus the numbers, right?
Yeah. And I'm with you with where you're like, I wouldn't mind if it was something big, but
Absolutely.
I like this small, intimate group setting. And even if every time we meet, there's only one or two extra people showing up, the way I'm looking at it, we're growing the way we're supposed to.
That's right.
And you're being vetted. You're vetting yourself.
Yes, you are.
You know, so
Good way
when
of putting it.
you do show up, you can see how we move, how we operate. You've already seen something or heard something which got you here anyway. The final step to quote unquote close the deal is you showing. So when you do show, you say, oh, it's not a lot of women. But like you said, it's not about the number. It's about the goodness. It's about the mindset. It's about what can I get from these 5 women or these 15 or 20 women that I would never get from a room full of 200.
Exactly. I always say how I move is my intent and my impact and the impact, right? So if my smaller events are impactful, I prefer that versus if it's 100 people, it might be impactful, but I probably wouldn't know as easily as I would if it's with those 20 individuals, right?
Yeah.
Last year, I held an event called Gumbo. It stands for Gathering Unique Moms for Bonding Opportunities. And it was a collaboration that I worked on with 4 other moms. Yeah. And that was a 20 event, about 20 moms attended. And I loved it because we had moms in different phases of their motherhood journey. And there was a older mom who's a grandmother as well. She just dropped so many gems on us. And I'm like, this wouldn't have happened if you have a 100-person event, they want a celebrity panelist and all, you know?
Right.
So I'm like, just what the nuggets that she dropped. When I tell you I had to be like, we got to hurry up, guys. We got to be out of here in like an hour. So we got to keep moving on to the next. Everybody was like, I wish you could have just continued the conversation because she was just dropping so much wisdom on us because a lot of us are like younger in our motherhood journey. So just to hear what she was telling us to prioritize ourselves, you know, be intentional about the relationships you have with your kids, but also still prioritize yourself because in order for you to thrive in this, you got to pay, you know, take care of yourself.
Right.
And in that event, I learned that it's important to focus on impact. Like, what is the intent of the event and what do I want people leaving? And also what I want myself to leave here with, whether it's from the planning perspective. When I go into my next event that I'm planning, how do I want people to leave? What's the feedback I want people to get? And then trying to shape it around that. So I think, you know, like I said, you're growing at the rate you're supposed to because there's a story in that. And I think that's what's powerful, that a lot of people when starting something, they have to be very mindful of it takes time. Don't let social media fool you into thinking that everything's supposed to happen fast. But I've learned in business throughout the years, I feel like the best stories are the ones that there was a slow ramp up, right?
Yeah.
I am at this point where I want my story to feel like a well-aged steak. I love steak. So like if it's aged and it's been marinated it's flavorful, it's juicy, anticipation, right? Going back to that, right? I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good because it's well marinated and seasoned and
Yes.
it has some history behind it versus it's fast. It's kind of like all you're gonna do is be like it happened in like 20 days and you know, it's not fun, right?
It's like smoking a brisket or turkey.
Yes.
Because I
Cooking
do
greens, right?
Yes. You have to. There are stages of preparation.
There are.
And if you strip that, there's no flavor. There's no tenderness. There's nothing that makes you say, oh my God, I'm so glad I waited. There's nothing there.
Right.
Because we not McDonald's.
Pretty much. I'm steak 48.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go.
You know,
what
not
you
everybody
know?
can afford me, right? So,
Right.
and that's fine. But you have to have that standard for yourself as well.
Yes.
Even in going into these spaces community business, whatever it may be.
Mhm.
If you have the confidence in who you are, you gonna have days where you don't, I'm not, where you're not measuring up or whatever it may be. But I always would tell my friends and my mom is this as well. I am not a little dog, but I might be an underdog, but I'm not a little dog. And that means it's like I'm still a big dog and I got a big bite either way. I might be new in this game, but that does not mean that I'm not here for the long run, that I'm not as creative, I'm not, as smart, ambitious, or whatever it may be. Just keep continuing to remind myself of that and having that confidence in what I'm able to produce. I know that it's just probably not my time, but I honestly think it is. It's just slow, right? It might be slower. It might be a ramp up, or maybe God is keeping me at this pace. So whatever might be in the forefront for someone else, I don't have to deal with that. It's not on my path right now. Or it's kind of like, you're in traffic, right? And you're like, why is this person in front of me driving so slow? But little do you know, God is preventing you from being in an accident, right? Because you're taking your time. And that's how I like to think of things now. I have to, again, what can I control? What can I not? And in that, this is what might be happening. So
Yeah. And I'm with that. Things require time.
they do.
Things require intention. But what's the impact? So I'm shaping basically a lot of what you said, and I be with a lot of the guests. I'm with you. When I'm with you, I'm with you.
Right.
When I ain't,
Right.
in every community that is being built, especially when it comes to the mental health space or anything related to health and fitness, things like that, you have to find your crowd.
You do.
There's a reason people go to Planet Fitness compared to Gold's Gym. There's a reason why they take this class compared to that class.
Yes.
Because some people, we don't want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be felt.
Yes.
Because just because we're not here doesn't mean you can't remember what I said.
Right.
But some people, they just want to be seen, and their presence is more than enough that I know when this person steps in the room, when they open their mouth, I need to be ready. Whenever you're ready.
Right.
There are other people, they walk in the room and it's just, why are you here? If this phone don't stop vibrating. So it's just.
They want to be in the room.
Yes.
That's what I've learned too. Some people want to be seen, but they just want to be in the room, right? With no intent, with no impact. They just want to be included. They don't want to be left out. FOMO is real.
Yeah, that's real. I know people that just, they're nosy.
That too.
They want to be there so they can figure out what to go back and talk junk about.
That too.
And I'm okay. Same thing with, when people leave comments. I'm no longer worried about the negative comments on any of my YouTube or Instagram pages.
Right.
Because everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
That's right. That's what I always say too. Thank you. Thank you. That's great.
And because you put that out there, my response is usually something mildly, strongly petty, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
Thanks for commenting.
Right.
Because now we have engagement. Is there anything else you would like to let me know? How do you feel about this video? Go comment on that one too.
Right. No, I love that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up because we've been talking for a minute.
Oh, we have.
Yeah. But when you're in a conversation and it's a good conversation.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So everything with Mama's Block, building community,
Yes.
being intentional, therapy. What seeds would you plant for, I guess, one, moms looking for a space, and two, just in general for anybody that's looking to be a part of or build a community?
Yeah, I think for your first one, for moms either looking for community, right? I would say be open to the spaces that you're entering into, because I'm very honest with myself. Mama's block is not going to be for everyone. Just like the next space might not be for me. Or there might be multiple spaces that might be good for you that you could be a part of too. So just keeping that in mind, and that can change, right? And throughout different phases of their motherhood journey, because that's, to me, I think that's key, because things might change. So I would just say keep your mind open to different spaces. But if you found your space, you found your space along the way. And I think that's a great thing. And then for those who are building community, just be patient. Just because, again, it depends on where you're at. If you're starting from scratch like myself, be very patient. I learned that from a lot of different business owners when I had that first event, and I told you only 6 people signed up, 50 people showed up. When I had told 2 business owners in Charlotte, hey, like, I had a sold out event, and they both looked at me and said, uh-huh. Okay, if those people don't show up, don't be mad, okay? And I said, okay, what they telling me that for? I see why. Because they've probably gone through it themselves. And it was a reality check for me. Like, okay, I got so happy and probably got a little like, hey, okay, cocky about it. But I learned that, hey, some things are going to happen along the way that you cannot control. So focus on what you can, and be appreciative and grateful for those who do show up, because they're supposed to be there.
Yes.
Because you can get discouraged when people don't show up, don't engage. And also really just tap into, not, if you say that you're not in competition with others, show that. Connect with other spaces, similar spaces. Some people will respond. Some people won't. Some people will say they're going to follow up and help you out, and they won't. And be okay with that and move on, because that's just a sign there they were not who you were supposed to work with. And then appreciate the ramp up with building, right? There's something beautiful about that, because all you're doing are collecting these nuggets for your story at the end of it all. So when I think about building community from that, just being open and being a great leader and connecting with those who show up, be a reflection of how you want to be welcome into a space, right? So if I know that I've been in spaces where I was not welcome, make sure and be intentional. If you see, I always call them a wallflower in the back of the room, they're not connecting. Be intentional, be mindful of saying, hey, I'm going to make sure those people feel included. So, yeah, that's what I definitely would say. Those are some seeds that I would share with others in growing these spaces. Collaboration's always key, being grateful, and so forth.
Keep an open mind
Keep an open
in every
mind.
room you go into,
Absolutely.
because you never know what can happen. Come in here. I didn't know we were going to be talking this long, but hey,
It works.
it works.
Yes.
It's a good conversation.
It is.
It's enlightening. You grow up and you see what the women in your family go through, but then you just assume maybe it's just them.
Right.
But it's not. It's spread out. This whole month of mental health awareness, from Maud to Dolores to Valia, and then now you. We've covered a plethora. We've covered men. We've covered the child in the middle, where that's the children that have 2 separate households, and they're the one that's affected. We've talked with Valia, who is a therapist, and she helps, mainly with the children. And here we are, mamas.
Yeah.
The first and the last ones that are in the midst of everything.
Yes.
Because mama spit you out. Mama take care of you. Mama does things that you don't even think about. So shout out to my mama, shout out to my wife, and shout out to Brittnee and every other mother out there. Because when you really sit and think about what a woman does, boy, shut up.
Yeah.
Boy, shut up.
Yes.
My wife prepares my lunch for the next day. My wife washes the clothes unless I jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
My wife makes sure that this house is clean.
Yes.
My wife makes sure that the bathroom is clean.
Mm-hmm.
We rotate towels. We rotate, the sheets. You have your clothes picked out. The closet is organized. If she don't know where it goes, she don't just put it somewhere.
Right.
Most of the time.
I'm like, good for her, because I need to learn from her.
My wife does so much, and I tell her
Yes.
all the time, I am so appreciative of you.
That's
and then I make a joke, you're the best wife I've ever had. And she's like, I'm the only wife.
Right.
And I said, and that's why you're the best.
Yes.
I don't need to go and find another one.
That's beautiful. Yes. I love that.
So again, shout out to all you mothers.
Yes. I
Shout
love
out
that.
to all you dads, because we go through things too.
Yes, I do.
Women, in a sense, don't see, because we don't tell y'all everything.
Yeah. I think I do think that men in general need space. Like I told you, my husband has started something, and I've been so proud, because I feel like men need space in community as well, whether you're a dad or not, because we're learning so much more now versus our parents' generation, completely different. And I think we're the generation, we're trying to fix it, right? Fix everything, ourselves, things from the past that we've experienced, and shift these generational habits that's been passed down.
Right.
So I do think that from a male's perspective, of course, men need community. You need to take care of yourself too, prioritize yourself. Of course, I
Yeah.
feel like it's highlighted with women because we carry a lot. You guys can get pregnant, of course, right?
Right.
So, carrying that. And then, with women, I know we didn't talk about this, but like postpartum depression, rage. I'm learning that now. It's not just postpartum depression. You got rage, sadness, anxiety, so much to it. Then you have women who, can't have kids, and the things that they go to mentally from that. But also in those experiences, if they have a partner, men carry that too, right? So I agree with you. I think men need those spaces, and we have to I feel like for me as a wife, I encourage that. Like, go kick it with your guys. Like, you need that. Like, especially when I had my son 5 months ago, right before I told my husband, go have a good time with your guys, because I don't know when the next time. It's going to be a while, a little bit, because we have
Right.
this newborn baby coming. So it's very important for men to have that space. I agree with you. But we have to see that too. Sometimes I know we need it as women, but also that focal, because I know for me, and I'm quite sure for your wife, is you guys carry a lot as well. It might be different, but that's why we have male and females, right? So I agree.
Good. Okay. So listen. This is the space where I open the floor for you to ask me a question.
Okay.
I never know what I'm going to get asked. I never know what I'm going to be told. You ask me a question, give advice, make a statement, whatever it is, and I'm here for it.
A question for you.
Oh, she digging deep, y'all.
No, I don't think I'm digging deep. I'm just trying to think of something. What are the things that you appreciate? I know you talked about your wife, but even in like your mom, like things that you appreciate about motherhood, or from a mental health perspective that you see with your wife, possibly as she's navigated motherhood, and you've seen her throughout the years and the changes, and that you have 3 kids, three kids. Like what her experience has been like in that space, and how have you supported her in that?
My wife is one of those where she wears her emotion. So if she's upset, I'll see it on her face. I'll see it in her body language. If she's happy, I'm gonna hear it before I see it. If she's upset, yes, I'm gonna hear the silence. And I believe every husband should, yes, we need our break. She do all this, but when you see it, I can't focus on me anymore.
Yeah.
And the simplest thing, because one of my love languages is connection, touch. I just say, come here. Come here.
Yes.
And I just hold her. Listen, I take your deep breath. Whatever it is, we don't have to talk about it now, but I'm here.
Right.
I don't put any rules or stipulations on it. I don't care how deep into an edit I am. If my wife comes to that room door and she's got that look on her face, and I tell her, I say, you have a look that says, I have something to say. I'm just trying to figure out when and how.
Right.
I'll stop whatever it is. There at that moment, you are my priority.
Right.
I don't care what deadline I have, because if I'm pushing a deadline like that, either one, it's something that somebody asked me to do at the last minute.
Right.
They'll get it when they get it. Or two, I procrastinated too long and now I just have to deal with the consequences. But seeing how my wife moves, how she acts, I'm not going to say mood swings, but just noticing her. That, I think this is answering your question.
You are.
Just taking a step back and not just doing a self-examination, do a house examination.
Right.
Because like some of the TV shows, and it says, when mama's not happy, nobody's happy.
Right.
And while I'm saying this too, thinking, I don't believe in happy wife, happy life. I believe in happy house, happy spouse, happy house.
Yes.
Because everybody needs to be in a state of happiness.
Yes.
I can't be angry because my wife is angry. And if I'm going through something and she's jumping with joy, I can't just jump with joy. I have to get myself to that point.
Right.
So just acknowledging her, what she's going through. I tell people, I say, I see like Dragon Ball Z, when they go Super Saiyan, they have this aura, this light. And I can look at certain people and I can see this aura coming off of you. And you know how when you look in the distance and you can see like the heat, it kind of looks like that. And I have to gauge, how is this? Is this like a calm fire?
Right.
Or is this a London Bridge is burning down? I take a step back, I analyze that, and I act accordingly. If she's upset and I'm upset, whatever I'm upset about no longer matters.
Right.
Because I need to go check on her.
Right. Yes.
I need to find out why she hasn't said anything except for, hey, how are you? And I have not seen her for the past 2 hours.
Right.
I'm going to go check on my wife. And she knows I'll go check on her. Now I might start talking junk, see if I can get her to crack a smile a little bit.
Right.
But I'm not going to intentionally go to her and be like, girl, what's wrong with you?
Right.
You ain't got nothing to say to me today? I'm not going to do that, because that ain't what she needs at that moment.
Right. I agree.
So I think that answers your question.
It does. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so I did good.
Yay.
Yes. So listen, one thing I did forget. Can you please tell the people where to find Mama's Block?
Yes. So you can find us on Instagram at mamas.block, BLOCK. And this same for TikTok as well. But really, we're more predominantly on Instagram. So you can find us there on Instagram. Yes. And that's it.
And that's it, y'all. Well, listen, Brittnee, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for inviting me and being so patient, because we have been trying to do this for about 6 months. And I thought I could do it. Then I got pulled. Nope, you can't. Not right now. I thought I could do it. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I truly do appreciate it. And just having this conversation with you, and hopefully, more in the future.
Oh, we will.
Yes.
We will. So I'm building the community page.
Yes.
You will definitely be listed.
Okay.
I'm shifting through some things. I have to get this page built, because I think this is episode 56, 57.
Okay.
I can never remember. But that's how many people I have to go back and get this stuff for.
Well, you tell me what what you need.
So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell y'all, if you have been a guest on Creative Roots and you would like to be put on the community page, all I need is a clean headshot and a paragraph of what you want people to know and your website or your email for people to reach out and contact you. I don't care if you've been a photographer, videographer, singer, rapper, filmmaker, therapist, I was about to say something and I can't remember what my word was because my word was too big, so I had to bring it down. You have been a community builder. Whatever it is, just send it on.
Yes.
So that's it, y'all. I'm done talking.
This was great. Thank you so much again.
So thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Creative Roots Podcast. Shout out to Allen Luck Studios, Charlotte Podcast Studio, and Artbox Charlotte. That is it for this episode. We will see y'all in June, and we are out. Peace.